Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where Henry, in an effort to get himself into the wedding at Sameen so he can meet Lord Bergov and attempt to pass on the message that he was originally sent here to deliver, has got himself into the good graces of Miller Kreisel down in Lower Sameen. It turns out that Miller Kreisel, as well as being a bit of a local crime godfather, more on that in a second, also fancies himself as something of an alchemist. And I don't mean just, turning herbs into potions kind of alchemist. I mean actual transmuting base metals, like turning lead into gold, of course, and chasing the secret of the Philosopher's Stone, an actual alchemist. And as such, also tied into the whole being a bit of a local crime lord thing, he wants me to retrieve a document that one of his less talented employees was unfortunate enough to get arrested while in possession of, which has now been confiscated and is being held in a chest in the Troskovich Rathaus. Rathaus, by the way, is the town hall, not a house full of rats. Although it is the Middle Ages, so it's probably also a house full of rats. But anyway, I digress. Now, the beggar's rags that I'm currently wearing aren't exactly best suited for sneaking around at night. So Kreisel's very generously offered to let me have his thieving outfit. There is, of course, a catch. He doesn't actually have it anymore. It's at the bathhouse in Zelyov. He ended up having to leave it there after a disagreement with Dorothy, the bathhouse owner. But if I can get my hands on it, however I decide to get my hands on it, as far as Kreisel's concerned, I can keep it. And an outfit like that is going to make a whole bunch of things that I have planned in my immediate future an awful lot easier. Going to help myself to the honey from these beehives. One of the beehives, by the way, has a little bit more than just some honey in it. I mean, honey's good because it's probably the best food in the game. It never goes off, and it's extremely nourishing. You see this beehive that has a couple of groshens scattered on the lip? I don't know what you'd call it. You can pick the groshen up. Once you've done that, loot the beehive itself. There's a weighted die in here that's worth 79 groschen, a bone rosary that's worth 38, and 78 groschen. And at this stage of the game, you're going to be very, very short of cash, so this is all very useful. Speaking of being short on cash, one of the other things that I do need to do is recover the money that I stashed in the cave at the camp where we were all ambushed and most of us were killed. And it's around here by Rock Tower Pond. I can't remember exactly how much I dumped in there, but it was more than 1,000 groschen, and that's big, big money at this stage of the game. Hello, what's that? It's a thing. Let's go and take a look. Discovered cottage ruins. Also, there's a bird's nest here. You can throw stones at birds' nests to knock them out of trees, and sometimes there's goodies inside them. What do we got? Some food? I'll need to cook it, but I'll take it. Is that anything? It is. A Nighthawk potion. That's basically it's a night vision potion. That'll come in handy. Some deer hide. Can always sell this stuff. That seems to be it. Oh, that was an interesting find. Anything around the back, just in case. Looks like the only thing left standing was a partial wall and the chimney stack. Right, so just up here on the corner of Rock Tower Pond, that's where hang on. This camp looks occupied. But there's a cave at the back of the camp where there's a weighted die in the box in the cave, and that's also where I stashed all of my cash. Hang on a minute. This camp's occupied. And they're armed. And they've posted sentries. We might have done slightly better if we'd armed ourselves and posted sentries, but, well, we didn't, did we? So, the cave is at the back of those bushes over there. But I'm not liking the look of these guys. Oh, they're bandits. This is a bandit camp. Well, I'm definitely not equipped to go charging into a bandit camp in the middle of the day. So I think I might have to come back a little bit later. Well, as I was lurking around, waiting for night to fall, I bumped into a guy on the road who had a serious case of mistaken identity. Thought I was somebody that I wasn't, but he did offer to sell me some stuff. Now, I don't have a huge amount of cash. I only have 235 groschen, but I don't want to buy anything fancy. I'm not after an embroidered hood or anything. I just want something dark. I mean, I'm going to get myself a good thieving outfit when I retrieve Miller Chrysal's stuff, but that's all the way up in Zelioff, and there's probably going to be some kind of catch when it comes to getting it, and I need something right now. You see, every item of clothing has a number of stats associated with it, including conspicuousness, noise, and visibility. Also charisma, but I don't really care about charisma right now. I just need some dark clothing. So, how about this ordinary coat? Well, that's much better. Yeah. 31.5 groschen. I can afford that. So, having spent some groschen on some slightly less shit gear, let's go ahead and equip all of the darkest and quietest stuff that I have, in an effort to get my noise and visibility down as low as possible. I mean, this isn't going to be nearly as good as the thieving outfit that Miller Chrysal has for me, but, well, like I said, I don't have that outfit yet. This is what I do have. So I'll wait until after midnight, and suitably attired, I'll take the Nighthawk potion, which basically allows you to see in the dark. In case you're thinking, it doesn't exactly look like it's the middle of the night out in the woods. That's because I'm using the Nighthawk potion. To the guys in that camp, this is pitch black, but I can still see relatively well. Now, the amount of noise that you make is a factor not just of what you're wearing. Obviously, you're wearing metal armour, you're going to be making a lot of noise, clanking and clattering through the bushes, but I'm not. And bushes like this are very, very good for concealment, but you do make more noise when you're moving through them. The level of your stealth skill is also a factor, but luckily I was able to sneak up on this guy, take him out with a stealth kill. You must have a dagger equipped to be able to perform stealth kills, and take him down without alerting anybody else. Most of the other bandits in the camp are sleeping, but they do have a couple of sentries up. Once this guy got on him, most of his stuff's like pretty shit and in a very poor state of repair, but I'll take what's useful. And there's the chest in the cave, and there's my money. Well, it's not all of my money, and also a weighted die. Apparently the longer you leave it to come back and loot this chest, if you've stashed any money in the beginning, the less money is actually still there in the chest. But 880 groschen is amazingly good. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, let's take a quick look. Game's paused when you're in the menu screen like this, because I just gained a skill point in stealth, and it might be a good idea to use it now. Where is it? There it is, stealth. So, what's this? One way or another. So this skill, if I fail on a stealth kill attempt or a stun attempt, this makes it easier to deal with the opponent. Question is, do I want to push my luck? Because most of the bandits are actually asleep. It's a medium lockpick. Ugh. My lockpicking skills aren't particularly good. If I want to try to push my luck here, because I'm definitely not equipped to get into a stand-up fight with a camp full of bandits, but if I can take care of the sentries, I can then assassinate the sleeping bandits pretty easily, and then I can take all the time in the world looting the chest. So there's one sentry over there. I need to figure out his patrol path. So he's going around the other wagon. And I think he seems to stop in the camp and then... So let's wait for him to go back. You can see the bunch of them sleeping there. Let's take this guy out. Oh, I screwed it up. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Right, no, I'm getting out of here. While I still have a stamina bar, I'm just getting the hell out of here. Because he's just woken up the whole camp. So, yeah, no. No thanks. Also, Fortunately, because I'm wearing light clothing, well, I am running out of stamina. I need to stop and regain my breath and then keep going. My stamina doesn't drain as quickly as if I was wearing heavy armour. Oh, somebody on the road up ahead. I don't know who they are. Okay, I've lost them. So, okay, I've recovered my cash. I've got that weighted die as well. By some miracle, I didn't die while doing it, so I'm going to call that a win. So, back on the trail with Miller Kreisel's lost alchemical document, and this is the dipshit who lost it.
You must be Zinnek. Am I right?
Who's asking?
Kreisel sent me. He wants me to get the document they took from you at the Rathaus.
Well, good luck with that, brother in the trade. They took it from me with all the stolen stuff because they thought it was part of the loot. I told them I had it before I robbed that merchant, but they wouldn't listen. They locked it all in a chest full of other stolen things in the Rathaus jail. You can get there from the courtyard behind the Rathaus. It's right under the guardhouse. Or you can get there from behind the tavern, alongside the fence. As soon as you find the stairs leading down, you'll know you're in the right place.
Who has the key to the chest?
Well, actually I had one, but when the guards shook me down, I must have dropped it. It was in the chamber next door to the one with the chest. They've got a pretty soft bed in there, I tell you. The key must have fallen under it.
Is that the only key?
No, of course not. Almost every guard in Troskowitz has one. Take it from one of them who's got his back turned. Or one who snuck off somewhere for a nap.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks.
Wait, before you go, you do know how to pickpocket, right?
I'm still learning.
Talk to Kreisel, then. He taught me everything I know. See you soon, my friend.
So there's a number of ways of getting into the locked chest in the Rathaus. You can either find the key, or you can steal one from one of the guards, or if you're feeling adventurous, you can just pick the lock. I don't fancy my chances of picking the lock, though. I think I'm probably going to have to try to find the key. This is where all of Kreisel's ne'er-do-wells hang out. I'm going to have a quick go at picking this lock. It's easy, so it shouldn't be too hard. Whoa, 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 almost screwed it up. There we go. Lock-picking skill improved. And I'll take what's in here. No honour among thieves and all that. I realise I am thieving from my associates, but hey, what they don't know ain't going to hurt them and all that. Right, so Kreisel's thieving outfit. Need to head to the bathhouse in Zelioff. The bathhouse itself isn't actually located in Zelioff. It's just outside of Zelioff to the west at this place. It's called the Wagoner's Inn. So I'm looking for Dorothy, the bathhouse owner. There's one of the bathhouse maids. I can tell I'm in the right place. There's one, standing around in her underwear. You can actually get a bath at one of these bathhouses, but those aren't the only services that they offer. And I'm not just talking about laundry, although they will do that for you too. You can have a bath, you can have your clothes laundered, and, well, based on the fact that some of the bathhouse maids are standing around in their underwear, you can probably guess what other services they offer. This is the barn. Is that a chest? Medium lock. Yeah. I mean, I could try my luck on it, but I don't really want to get caught in the middle of the day. I mean, I am trying to stay on the good side of the bathhouse owner, Dorothy, here. So let's not try to get into any trouble at the Wagoner's Inn. Make things more complicated than they need to be. What's in here? Oh, private property. Nope. There's a trough there I can wash in.
Greetings to you.
I can play dice here. What does she do? Alehouse maid.
What can I do for you?
Ah, trade. Yeah, no, we're fine. We're good. Anything else?
Well, I'm upstairs,
this is conversation.
showing my sense of rhythm to some Kuttenberg dancer.
Sometimes you can learn stuff just by standing around listening to people, but that didn't appear to be particularly interesting. Town crier.
Something.
Nice hog roast going on. Well, that does look good. I can get a room here, obviously. This is an inn. But that's not what I'm here for. Right, let's have a wash, because I was a bit dirty. And I am trying to make a good impression here. So, without actually using the bathhouse services, I'm as clean and presentable as I'm going to get. I'm not actually wearing rags anymore, but I'm not exactly well dressed either. So let's go and talk to Dorothy. Actually, you know, it might help my chances if I do actually take a bath first, and she's the right person to talk to about that.
What can I do for you?
I need a bath.
Certainly. My baths are at your service.
Prepare me a hot bath and wash my clothes.
Great. But it'll cost you.
It's not too bad,
Let's talk about the price.
but we can still
Certainly.
haggle.
No problem.
And this, if I'm successful, will improve my speech skill.
You certainly won't regret it. My baths are first class.
Alright, so the bath takes an hour.
God bless you.
We are as clean as we can possibly get, and all of my clothes are now freshly laundered. I mean, none of my clothes are especially fancy, but at least they're not covered in pig shit anymore. What can I do about improving my charisma score? Not an awful lot. Although, I do have a plan to deal with that as well.
What'll it
But
be?
I'm going to need Chrysal's thieving gear. So, let's go and talk to Dorothy.
I heard you have some clothes here that belong to Miller Crazel.
You're damn right I do. They're here waiting for him. Only I had to put them away in a chest in the loft. So I don't have to be constantly reminded of the debt Crazel racked up here. Taking his bloody time he is, the bastard. Those rags have been here for so long, the rats have got into them. Why do you care about them so much anyway?
The miller mentioned them. Said I could take them.
Are you his new lackey or what? Did Zinnek start to get on his nerves?
Well,
Look, I don't really care who takes them. They're a bunch of boring rags. But if you only knew how much work it was to wash out them particular black stains and sew up the burn holes, and most of all, to wash out that awful stench of rotten eggs, blah. Along with Crazel's debt, it'll cost you this much, including the price of soap.
Holy crap, nearly 200 groschen.
come on, Dorothy.
What is it?
I mean, I can pay her, but it's going to take nearly a quarter of my cash. Maybe I can convince her to lower the price.
Well, I'm sure I could get you the groschen. I have a feeling you prefer a more steady supply of silver.
What do you mean?
You're looking at a fellow who meets with all sorts of important people in the region. And these people ask him, "Where did you get such beautifully clean clothes, good sir?" And he honestly answers, "Well, from Dorothy Angeliov, of course. She washes your clothes so gently and thoroughly, you'll feel like you're wrapped in a feather quilt. And trust me, I'm willing to pay for a comfort like that."
And this fella's supposed to be you?
Wasn't that obvious?
I'm not sure. Where you're from, they call beggars good sir. Or are you trying to tell me that a yokel like you meets with nobles? Even in Trotsky itself? Puh. If I was the Chamberlain, I'd throw piss on you at first sight. I wouldn't be surprised if you and Crazel already tried that, judging by how them rags stink. Either way, if you want them, you'll have to pay off his debt. Otherwise, you can take your leave.
Well, that didn't work.
About Crazel's clothes.
You seem right obsessed with them boring old rags, lad. Oh, we had to wash them 7 times to get that stench of rotten eggs out of them. Ugh.
I might be interested in them.
Well, it seems they must be worth something, since they're in such high demand.
Fine, I'll pay. My God, that's a price fit for a king's wardrobe.
I told you, that's including the debt. You can sort that out with the miller yourself. Here's the key to the chest in the loft. There's some other forgotten rags lying around near it. That's how you'll recognize it. What are you giving me that look for? You're not going to make me go up and get them, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it.
I didn't have to pay for them. I mean, I could just hang around... Hello. Yes, I could just hang around until after dark and then sneak up to... I mean, she told me where they were. Stashed in a chest up in the loft. I could have just waited until after dark. Sneaked up here. Helped myself. Oh, that's not it. That one's locked. I've got the key for whichever chest they're in. There it is. Unlock and open. So we've got a simple hood. We have a vagrant's hat, worn gambeson, hand wraps, hose, shoes, Nighthawk potions, they're going to come in handy. Some soap. A tailor's kit for repairing clothing.
Yes. These will make me almost
And now I'm
invisible.
overloaded. Because we're at the beginning of the game and my strength and stamina and vitality are on the low side. Hello, what's this? This must be where all the bathhouse girls sleep. Yeah. There's still people up and about. I really don't want to get arrested here. So, anyway, we've got our thieves' clothing. So let's check it out and see how good it is. So the game does actually give you 3 different loadout slots. You press O to change outfits. And I'm going to set up a thieving set. So you can wear a hood and a hat. And see how low I can get my noise and visibility. It was the worn gambeson, wasn't it? Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is very good. Hand wraps. Yep. So was it the joint hose or the simple hose? It was the simple hose. Okay. Yeah, that is better. So we'll equip that. And I think it was the simple shoes. Yeah, it wasn't the soft shoes. You'd think the soft shoes would be quieter. Okay, simple shoes it is. So that's got my conspicuousness down to 44, but more importantly, my noise at 23 and my visibility at 13. That's actually very, very good. I probably want to equip a weapon of some kind in this outfit as well. Definitely the dagger for assassination kills. Although I'm certainly not planning on murdering any of the Troskovich guards. I mean, if things come to that, then things have gone seriously wrong. So, back to Troskovich. Hello, there's somebody in the pillory. And it's not me. I can have some fun here. I don't want to rob him. I think I need to be... There we go, I need to be facing
Not your
him.
day, eh? What did you do?
Nothing.
Really?
Were you expecting a different answer?
What if I freed you?
I'd scarp her, obviously.
How's it going? I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Fuck my back, I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently some joker passed by and put a dead fish in my breeches. So
one.
you don't end up here too.
Right, well, that was fun. So, that's the Rathaus over there. The one you can see all the guards coming out of. Obviously, I'm going to have to wait until after dark before I do anything here. So, the trick, if you plan on doing anything slightly less than legal, is to do it after midnight. After midnight, everybody's in bed, except for the guards. Now, Krasel's associate said that I could get into the Rathaus by sneaking through the inn. Or was that go around the back of the inn? Oh no, this is it. So this is the Rathaus yard. Hang on, it's way too dark. I mean, of course it is. It's after midnight. That's the reason why I'm doing it now. But I'm going to need to take a Nighthawk potion so I can actually see what's going on. There we go, much better. So there's a number of different ways I can get the key to the chest that the document's kept in. I could just find the key. Or I could try to pickpocket one of the guards. So let's give that a shot. Although my pickpocketing skills are pretty bad. I don't have an awful lot of time in the pickpocketing minigame until I improve the skill. Okay, let's give it a go at least. So the redder that gets, the more the chance he's going to notice that he's being pickpocketed. But that hasn't left me nearly enough time to actually search his pockets and find the key. So yeah, we're not going to do that. Let's have a look around. If I can find a guard sleeping... Oh, I'm not getting through a very hard lock. If I can get in the lock... Oh, that's bad. Jeez. Luckily, he hadn't lit his torch at the point where he came out of the stables. I am wearing very dark clothing, and I know this, again, this does look kind of bright, and it seems like he obviously should have seen me, but to him it's pitch black. I'm using a Nighthawk potion. Alright, let's have a look up here. Hello, what's that back there? There's a couple of mattresses. Some of the guards. Okay, let's try to rob this guard while he's sleeping. Oof, pushed my luck there. So, nope, that's a torch. That's a drink of some kind. That's cash. No, need to get out. Yeah, if the timer expires while you're still in somebody's pockets, they'll wake up and catch you. And things like keys tend to be located further down the list, which takes you longer to get there. Let's just try to pick this lock. See what's in here. I mean, I'm not expecting this to be the chest that the document's in, but I really do need some... Oh, yeah, it didn't work. Ooh, the noise didn't wake anybody up though, did it? No. But I did lose a lockpick. Yeah, I don't want to risk waking the guards up. Whatever's in that chest is not what I came here for. So some of the guards do sleep up here, although this isn't the guardhouse. This is the loft above the stable. There's the shithouse. So this is the rat house itself. Paying to... Oh yeah, that's paying for your sins. Enough of that. So this is an easy lock. I can probably get through this. So I'm trying to find the right spot. Then you rotate the lock and you try to keep the ball in the same spot. There we go. We're in. Nobody coming. It's important to close doors after you when you're out thieving, because if anybody comes along and sees the door that should be locked standing open, they will investigate. It's another very easy lock. Let's see what's up here though. Let's check out places that I don't have to pick locks to get into. Oh, the scribe. This is where he sleeps. Let's search his purse. This is much better. This gives us much more time. And there are his keys. Let's just see what else he has here. Spectacles. Ooh. There's some keys there. I'll take those. And then we'll get out. 2 sets of keys. So what does this set of keys open? And who's that? Just one of the guards. There's another guard sleeping there. Okay. That is not the chest that I've just stolen the keys for. And see if I can find the right set of keys from this guy. The redder that goes, the more chance he's going to wake up and catch me in the act. So that is rubbish. A torch. These the keys? Those are the keys. Is that going to open this chest? It is. Holy crap. That's a good weapon. I mean, it's not a great weapon, but it's way better than what I have. All of this stuff's fairly valuable as well. And there's some lockpicks in here too. And 23 groschen. Oh, this was worth it. I don't have a huge amount of strength though, so I do kind of need to limit what I'm carrying. Because if you're overloaded, you can't run. And I'm doing something that might require me to run at some point. So let's not get overloaded. There's some dried herbs for alchemy. I'll take those. They don't weigh anything. So whatever chest is unlocked by the keys that I just stole from the scribe isn't up there, which suggests it's actually a chest in the office where the scribe works. So there's a very easy lock here, which I had the key for. Who's that? Another guard. He said something about the key had slipped down under the bed. Ah, crap, I'm overloaded now. I might have to ditch something. But I mean, there's some recipe for a digestive potion. I kind of need that. So where's this bed? Oh, what's that? The Troskovich Chronicle, as laid down by the bailiff. Oh, this has improved my scholarship skill. Just by reading the book. Not that I'm actually wasting time reading the book, but yeah, whatever. Fine. It's all good stuff. Let's keep looking. I don't think I'm actually going to find the document here. Chrysal's associate, I can't remember his name, he said it was downstairs somewhere, but there's probably still some good stuff in here. Plus I may find the key. He said something about it must have slipped out of his pocket when he was on a bed. And there were no actual beds in here. Oh, another nearly 30 groschen. I love that. And a badge for playing dice, which is reasonably valuable. Alright, nothing in here. Shut the door after me. Don't want anybody coming to investigate why the door's open. I think we're about... Oh, I've got the key for this. Lots of guards sleeping here. Got the key for this, though. Oh, look at all this good stuff. I mean, it's not amazingly good, but at this stage of the game, it's way better than anything I have. The problem is, I'm starting to get seriously overburdened. If I get caught and have to make a run for it, yeah, that's not going to happen. You have to be confident. Okay. I may end up having to ditch some stuff. Just in case. Ah, stairs down. This must be it. I still haven't found the key, though. I got the key for this. Oh, there it is. That was the key. The scribe had it.
The offer of Hermes.
And there's all kinds of good stuff here. Well, there's some pretty shitty stuff as well. Alright, we're good. I just have to get out and bring the document to the miller. Seriously overburdened, though. Look at how slowly I'm moving. Oh, these are the cells. I mean, that makes sense. If Chrysal's dude got arrested and was banged up down here, all of his stuff would have been put in the chest in the holding area. Alright. Well, mission complete. Should probably get out of here. Nothing there that looks worth stealing. That's the way out. Anything of this? It just looks like a storage room. Barrels, crates, nothing in them. Alright. Let's diddy mow. Looks like the Nighthawk potion's worn off.
Hey,
what?
you're not allowed in.
Oh shit, there's a guard right there. No, no, and I can't run. No, no. Come on, let's go. Got a break line of sight. He saw something. He didn't see me, but he saw and heard something. Oh no, the Nighthawk potion is still in effect. Right, that explains why he didn't actually see me. Things for me are a lot brighter down here than they are for him. Alright, he's given up the search. So there's a guard up there. Okay. Nearly got busted. And there's a light up there as well. That's less than good. Can I sneak out? Where did he go? He's looking for me. Alright, he's not going to find me in there. I'm out of here. Whew, that was close. But hey, no foul, no harm. We did it. Well, we almost did it. I have still been pegged as a thief. Even though I wasn't actually caught thieving. I mean, I almost was. But even though I was not actually caught thieving, nobody saw me stealing anything. Nobody caught me, searched me, and found stolen items in my possession. The fact that I was wandering around Troskovitz after dark, and they did see me, you know, before I sneaked in through the tavern, I was seen wandering around Troskovitz on a night when a whole bunch of stuff went missing from the Rathaus. And my reputation around Troskovitz is not the best. So I'm basically suspected of being the thief, which means I probably need to stay away from Troskovitz for a few days. The local representatives of the law would like me to assist in their inquiries. I might be okay, because, I mean, nobody actually saw me doing anything. But I definitely don't want to go back with a whole bunch of stolen items in my possession. If I do plan on going back to Troskovitz, I should probably find somewhere to stash all of my loot.
I have that document from the Rathaus for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
I took a look at the document, but I couldn't really make much of it. Who's this Hermes Trismegistos?
My fifth cousin. We write to each other sometimes.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Did you find my family tree at the Rathaus, too? Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. Good. This will come in handy. Ah, yes, of course.
What now?
That much? We're going to need more. A lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry, I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Oh, don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semine.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Not at all. I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me and the fire of the Creator is within me. But you'll have to wait a while. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Enough. I'm sick of listening to your cryptic blabbering. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? Not at all. It's high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
I wouldn't be so sure, but I've taken you on as an apprentice, so I might as well tell you something. Now, pay close attention. I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret alchemical practices in theurgy, bring him to life.
I actually know what a golem is, but I suspect Henry probably doesn't.
A golem, you say? Isn't that a kind of pie? What are you going to do with a living pie?
Henry, a golem is a helper brought to life using divine words. A living statue endowed with massive strength. Can be made of clay, wood, stone, basically anything. I'll make one out of flour. Studying the Jewish Kabbals taught me a practice known as Maseh Bereshit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Just imagine. You know how helpful a golem would be at the mill? Carrying sacks, pulling wagons, standing guard. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he'd have the strength of 10 men.
So a Royal Marine. Strength of a cart horse, speed of a racing horse, brains of a rocking horse.
My word. That sounds incredible. I have to see it.
So far, it's just all in my head. But if you're patient and help me, you'll see soon enough. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the Bible. Moses could command the waters and speak to God through the element of fire. And Jesus brought the dead back to life. I've no doubt that if our great holy Mother Church had been around at the time, they'd have crucified Jesus the same as the Pharisees, and all the apostles would have been burned at the stake.
So a golem, you say, made of flour? For the good of mankind?
Exactly!
And what about the good of me? You promised me a reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now, I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that Miller Crazel is a pinch purse. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some more work, there's plenty.
So Crozzle does like the sound of his own voice, but I've improved stealth, I've improved thievery, he's given me a skill book, which is nice, some lockpicks, and the offer of some more work.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
Nobody likes a smart ass, Crazel.
This has something to do with that alchemy of yours, eh? I don't know much about that stuff.
Nitra is saltpeter. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for a young Semine?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
Right.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpeter will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right, then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look, that you can point me in the right direction, and also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
So Bonnie is most likely a thief, am I right?
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. And you don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, so can you. She'll tell you the rest herself. You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it. Oh, and so I don't forget. You could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnik, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague. Right along, so you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair.
Take care, and have a pleasant evening.
Right, well, I've got my thieving outfit. I didn't get arrested. I've completed the job for Kreisel, and I'm a couple of steps closer to getting access to the wedding party. Now I just need to go and find this Bonnie person. Oh, actually first, because I did improve a couple of stats along the way, let's see where I can spend these skill points. So, strength, what have we got? Train hard, fight easy. Allows me to use weapons that I don't actually have the required strength for. Yeah, fine. Oh, but if I do have the required strength, I'll do more damage with them. Wrestling is for unarmed combat. And tight grip. Oh, that's actually really good. The higher your strength skill, the easier it will be for you to knock someone out or kill them quietly. So we're having that. Now then, vitality. Because I did spend quite some time wandering around overloaded, which does increase your vitality and your stamina. Balanced diet. Don't overeat, get drunk or starve. You recover stamina faster. Creative soul. Energy replenishes while doing crafting stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to go for balanced diet. So, that's my perk points spent. I need to go and speak to Bonnie and find this saltpeter pit. So that's going to be the next item on the agenda. And now that I'm kitted out with a suitable set of thieving gear and I'm steadily gaining experience in actual thieving, once the heat's died down a bit, it might be a good idea to pop over to Trotskovitz one night and help myself to absolutely everything that isn't nailed down. But all of that will be coming up in a future episode. In the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.